What's going on, everybody? I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful night. The Yankees made a little move. I wanted to go live, talk about it. They signed a reliever, so it's nothing all too crazy. But they went out. They made another move addressing the bullpen. It's not Corbin Burns, so just don't get your hopes up with that. But they did sign another pitcher. And he's a familiar face. Jonathan Loáisiga. Signed him to a one-year deal for there's a team option for the 2026 season. And he's expected to be ready by the end of April. So we're going to talk about a bit of the bullpen today. We're going to talk about Kyle Tucker because that's what's really running rampant in today's news. Let me shout out the chat. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful night. Let's go through the chat. Isaiah, what's happening? Dylan, how are you? Ja, hope you're having a wonderful day. Raymond, David, Carlos, CJ, Tim, Arthas, my mother, how are you, Mom? I shouted you out, Carlos, Jeffrey. I shouted you out too, Michael, Matthew, my buddy, what's happening? His dudeness. Hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Hopefully I can make it a little better for you. JB Rants, Gator, Nate, Robert, a lot of you. Rich, what's up, Rich? Haven't seen you in a while, brother. Cell, what's happening? Chicken Parm review. You reviewed Chicken Parm. What's up? Ronald, Duffney, Pinstripes, Devin, Disgust Den, Paul, 710, Benj, I think I said your name, Benjamin. Got a lot of you in here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, stupendous day today. Mason, what's up? So listen, Yankees went and brought back Jonathan Loáisiga. They need to address the bullpen, and this is a way in doing it. Hopefully he stays healthy. Okay? Let's talk about Kyle Tucker. Let's talk about Kyle Tucker for a little bit. Oh my gosh. The news going wild for him, about him. The Yankees are in on him. The Cubs are also in on him. The Cubs are offering, I believe they started off with Isaac Paredes, Seiya Suzuki to the Astros, but now the Astros also want the guy who they drafted with their first pick last year, the 2024 season. They want him too. Either him or Matt Shaw. I think the Astros are asking for a king's ransom for Tucker, as they should, but he is a one-year rental player. He is. And he may not want to sign an extension. That's the report right now. But what's very interesting is this. When it comes to Kyle Tucker, when it comes to the Yankees and first base, they were very much in on Christian Walker. Very much so. And for some reason, they're not anymore. They're not in on Walker. That's not a thing. Not anymore, anyway. At least for now. That happened when the Yankees pulled back on Walker was when talks for Tucker really started to heat up. We know that the Astros want Luis Gil. And also, too, even if we brought in Tucker, it doesn't solve first base. It doesn't solve first base. We could go the Walker route, but then, according to reports, we may not trade for Tucker. We could go the Bellinger route, but the Cubs want the Yankees to take on all of his contract, and the Yankees are saying, no, we don't want to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees plan on doing with the first base position. But Johnny Lasagna is back on the Yankees. We have over 500 of you in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. But yeah, we need to make something happen. The news is that the Yankees are prepared to make Houston a big offer for Tucker. And everybody, including myself, has been saying he has to come with an extension. He may not, though. He may not. And if he doesn't come with an extension, that means his value is going to dip a little bit. That's what's going to happen. His value is going to fall naturally. It just is what it is, and Cubs fans have to, not Cubs fans, Astros, the Astros have to understand that. They have to understand that if all of a sudden it came out that Kyle Tucker doesn't want to sign an extension with whatever team he gets traded to, well, that kind of brings down the value a little bit for that said player. We have a super chat. Paul Rizzo, what's happening?
Super chat.
Please do not trade for anybody without a contract extension. We don't need another Soto repeat. Sign Christian Walker to play first base. I agree that we don't need a Soto repeat. Totally get that. Totally understand that. Guys, do me a favor. For those of you who are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We're like 80 subscribers away. We have almost 600 of you in here right now. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. We're approaching 20,000 subscribers here on the channel. So if you could make that happen, that would make me incredibly happy. In fact, I may do a celebration on stream. Who knows? And who knows what the heck that entails. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. It means a lot. We're talking Kyle Tucker. That seems to be dominating the news today. The Yankees, as you can tell by the title, also signed a reliever, signed a pitcher, and he goes by the name of Johnny Lasagna. So I'm seeing in the chat, and you guys are great. Thank you guys so much for hopping on with me again tonight. Last night was so much fun. Thank you for hopping on with me tonight. It means a lot. I don't like Profar. I don't like that. I don't like it. He had a decent year last year, but -7 outs above average. Soto, -5. So we think Soto's bad defensively. I mean, Profar, -7 outs above average. That's dreadful. And you want him to play left field because that's what you would get him to play, which would be left field. So for that reason, I think I'm out on Profar. He had a nice year, switch hitter, totally get it, 830 OPS, totally get it. I understand the interest behind him, the intrigue behind Profar. Once upon a time, I believe he's the top prospect in all of Major League Baseball. I just got a notification on my phone. Holy crap. Scared the heck out of me. Also, too, Roki Sasaki is a name that the Yankees are very much interested in right now. They're going to have some type of a presentation for Sasaki, and I think that's kind of cool because we haven't heard anything about the Yankees and Sasaki for quite some time. But now we did today. He might very well be a Dodger or a Padre. Yes, I totally get that. But Sasaki, it would. I'm just saying, I know it's unlikely. If the Yankees were to trade for Tucker, and then if they were to go and get Sasaki, that would just, and if trading for Tucker, you would have to move on from Heel, that really does ease the blow of losing Heel. It truly does. Truly does. We'll see. We'll see if we could go get Roki. We got 883 of you in here. Holy crap. Yes, Celso, brother. Listen, I know. I don't want Profar. I'm sorry. I don't want Profar. I don't want it. JB Rams, what's up? Hold on. Patrick Ryan.
Bernie goes boom.
With the Bernie Williams membership. Thank you so much. What's the date today? The 11th, I have a deadline I have to meet. We got 7:20. Holy crap. Just many of you are coming in. Johnny Loizaga. If you guys didn't know, Johnny Loizaga, the New York Yankees just brought him back. So that's what we did. We signed Loizaga. But Kyle Tucker is the real topic of conversation here in this stream. And that if he could, last year was really the first year that he wasn't healthy. He fouled the ball off his shin, I believe. And so he's not really an injury-prone player. He did play 3 full seasons prior to last year. It was funny. Somebody compared Kyle Tucker to Paul O'Neill. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, it's if you look at Paul O'Neill's 1997 stats and you look at Kyle Tucker's 2023 stats, they're very similar. They're very similar. The one thing that Tucker does, or he doesn't do, he doesn't strike out. He doesn't strike out. He strikes out less than Juan Soto. Maybe he doesn't walk as much, but he strikes out less. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. You guys are wonderful. A lot of you are showing up today. Thank you guys so much. Joe, do you think the Yankees will pull off the trade for Tucker? I want them to. I don't know. I think Brian Cashman is saying all the right things. He's saying all the right things. So I'll give him that. And there's been a report that Hal Steinbrenner's pissed. I wish George was the owner. Hal Steinbrenner's pissed right now. He's not very happy. So we'll see. We'll see if that's enough for the Yankees to be aggressive. And listen, we signed Max Fried. I like the signing a lot. A nice number 2 behind Cole. His contract is a little weird, though. His first 2 years of the deal. Is getting paid $12 million per, then it's $29 million for the final 6. Mango, the New York Yankees have brought back Johnny Lasagna to a 1-year deal with a team option for 2026. That's what they did. We need to address the offense. We need to address first base. We need to get an outfielder. There's a lot that the Yankees have to do. Now, I saw an incredibly interesting trade proposal that I would do every day of the week, twice on Sunday. It was on MLB Network, and Sean Casey shockingly said that he wouldn't do the deal, that he thinks the Yankees shouldn't do the deal. And obviously it involved Kyle Tucker. It had Luis Heel, Will Warren, and Caleb Durbin going to Houston for Kyle Tucker. I would drive all 3 of those boys to the freaking airport. Myself, I would do that in a heartbeat. If it meant we would get Kyle Tucker for those 3. Without a doubt, we have a lot of you in here. A new career high, setting career highs. Thank you so much. Johnny Lasagna is back in house. We'll see. Now, the Alex Bregman stuff is interesting too. All of a sudden, after yesterday, Jack Curry said, you know what, it's not a fit. The Yankees don't see his swing being a fit at the stadium. Now today, the Yankees, Brian Hoke, he tweeted that the Yankees are very much so in on Alex Bregman. Why would they be in on Alex Bregman all of a sudden? What has happened in the past 24 hours for the New York Yankees to completely change their mind and be in on Alex Bregman? I'm going to tell you, the Houston Astros went on MLB Tonight and said, their manager said, their number 1 priority is Alex Bregman. So if that's the Astros' number one priority, and you're the New York Yankees, I'm not saying that this is going to work, but you're the Yankees and you're negotiating a trade with the Astros for Kyle freaking Tucker. Why not go in there, flirt with one of their targets, flirt with one of their franchise players and Alex Bregman, and scare them a little bit into them thinking that they're going to sign, that the Yankees are going to sign Alex Bregman. So for the Yankees to pump the brakes on that, let's get a deal done for Tucker. Let's stop messing around. Let's go get a deal done for Tucker. And we won't touch Bregman. Now, how do you guys feel about the Yankees moving? About the Yankees moving Luis Gil for Kyle Tucker? Gil and obviously more players. But Gil for Tucker, how do you feel about that? A lot of you are saying no, you don't like it. Some of you are saying do it. If extended, yes. So there was a report that came out that Tucker doesn't have any interest in being extended. I think, in my honest opinion, you could always change somebody's mind, especially if their agent is not Scott Boras. You could always change somebody's mind. You guys are awesome tonight, by the way. We got over 900 of you in here. Freaking sick. But you could always change somebody's mind, especially if their agent is not Scott Boras. So we'll see. I'm not saying it happens. I'm not saying the Yankees should take that chance, especially after what happened this past offseason with Juan. Well, this offseason, not past, this offseason, current offseason with Juan freaking Soto breaking hearts, breaking my heart. He broke your heart too. He did. You might deny it. He broke your heart too. Guys, we have so many of you in here. Thank you guys so much. I'm on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Can you guys help me get there? That would be awesome. Right? Just help us get there. Help the shift get there, please. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're 70 away. So if you can, please help us get there. So listen. I don't want Santander either. And this is also why teams like the Yankees, like the Cubs, are looking at a guy like Kyle Tucker. Not just because he's an exceptional baseball player, but it's because the free agent market is incredibly expensive. Incredibly expensive. And Teoscar, Santander, they're probably asking for more than they're maybe even worth. So why not explore the trade market and you know? But here's something interesting here. A lot of people say about signing a player that has a qualifying offer attached to them. Well, when you're making a move for a guy like Kyle Tucker, you have to attach prospects. Isn't that the same thing? And in fact, when you're giving away compensation like a draft pick by signing somebody that has a qualifying offer attached to them, so if you do that, you surrender a draft pick in the upcoming draft, you don't know who that player is going to be anyway. So wouldn't you be a bit more... My wife's crazy. Oh my God. You know, so wouldn't you be a bit more okay with losing that 4th round draft pick or whatever it is, instead of losing somebody that you hold a lot of value in? Rich Squires, what's up, man? Thank you so much. No way in HE double hockey stick should the Yankees trade for Tucker without an extension. Okay. Already a minimum of a 2-year extension. Rich, I totally understand that point of view. The fact of the matter is this, though. We also have to think of this too, Rich, and
Super Chat.
The one thing we have to think of, too, there's really no shot at replacing Juan Soto. We're not going to come close to doing it. We're just not. Kyle Tucker is a guy, if there's anybody in the league who could replace Juan Soto or come close to replacing Soto, Kyle Tucker could be that guy. He could. Daniel, because Kyle Tucker's a stupendous baseball player. Last year, only played in 78 games, fouled the ball off his shin. He got hurt. But then what did he do when he came back in August? He tore the cover off the ball in August, tore the cover off the ball in September. Kyle Tucker last year, 23 home runs in 78 games. Okay, but 23 home runs, 181 OPS plus, 992 or 993 OPS. The kid's an exceptional ball player and a better defender than Juan Soto. Much better. A better base runner than Juan Soto. And he strikes out less than Juan Soto. Juan Soto's exceptional. I'm not trying to cope or anything like that. But what I am saying is Kyle Tucker is elite. He's an elite baseball player. He's one of the best corner outfielders in the game. So he's not exactly Juan Soto, but he's pretty damn good. That's why we're all falling in love with Kyle frickin' Tucker. That's why. So we'll see what they do. And I totally understand why you would not want to sign or trade for Kyle Tucker simply because him not coming back with an extension, now you have to trade heel for him. Now you have to trade heel for him. A guy with 4 years of control just won the Rookie of the Year. And look what look what they have done with pitching in years past. Can't imagine what they would do with heel. So it does scare me a little bit. It truly does. He's got 4 years of control, Jeffrey. He actually has 4 years. I looked at it earlier. Daniel, you're going to have to pay Tucker over 4. You're going to have to pay Tucker over $400 million. Not 300, 400. Jerry, what's happening, Jerry? What's happening? Hope you're doing well, Jerry. Hope you're doing well. We still have many areas to address. First base, second base, left field, and the bullpen. Well, the Yankees are already starting that. They signed Johnny Loizica. They brought him back, a familiar face. A guy that A-Rod once said he would build around. The Yankees brought him back on a 1-year deal with a team option for 2026. He'll make his Yankee return late April. We'll see what happens. We'll see what ends up happening. But the bottom line, Kyle Tucker is not a bad idea, but it's going to cost you a lot. And if you could somehow throughout the season convince him, if you could somehow throughout the season convince him to sign to an extension, remember, he doesn't have Boris attached to his name. He doesn't. That's not his agent. So the possibility of him signing an extension is still there. It's still there. That's my opinion. Thank you guys so much for hopping on, for joining the stream. It means a lot that you guys took time out of your day to hop on, and it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, if you guys can, hit that subscribe button on your way out. If you're leaving, I hope you don't leave, but if you do, that would mean the world. We're going to see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. It means the world to me. Johnny Lasagna re-signed with the New York Yankees. Can't speak English today. Jared, what's up, Jared? Super chat.
Super chat.
Let's get Joey 20K subs. We can do it tonight. I would hope so. I hope so. I don't know. See you later, Celso. Thank you so much for hopping on, brother, and watching. It means a lot. But guys, listen. Keith, what's up? Keith, how are you? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I'm going to end the stream. Just wanted to share this with you and talk about Kyle Tucker a little bit with you guys. So thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. We had a lot of you in this stream. You guys are awesome. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. If anything happens, I'm going to break it here. So be on the lookout. Please, I'm going to break it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.